one of the top 5 spots to take amazing sunset pictures. If you have really good eyes, on the left-hand side of that beach, in front of the house with the orange roof, you can find one of Hawaii's most photographed palm trees. It's really hard to see, but this palm tree is going horizontally towards the ocean, and then it's bending upwards 90 degrees. Some of the surf competitions are taking place right in front of that, down there where the surfers are in the water. But most of them, the surf competitions, here in front of the grass field, that's the Banzai pipeline. The waves there are stronger than anywhere else. Even a 6 feet tall wave can destroy your surfboard, snaps it right in the middle. The people down there at the beach, they're usually not there to enjoy the beach, they're there to watch the surfers doing their thing. There are also quite a few in the water. Make a left turn for you on the right so that you can see Shark's Cove and Kaneohe Bay. Shark's Cove because it has the shape of the hammerhead shark's head, usually one of the top 3 snorkeling areas on Oahu. Together with Kaneohe Bay we saw earlier at Electric Beach, we will see on the west side. In the winter it's usually a little bit too rough. The visibility is a little bit restricted. Kaneohe Bay, also fantastic during sunset. Kaneohe Beach, very popular, a little bit protected from wind and current, and they also have this huge rock on the right side. People love to climb on that rock and then jump into the water, turn coming up. There's also this area of photos. As you can see, people are going into this area when the cove is too rough. You can find some interesting pictures there as well. Looks like there's quite a party down there right now. So we have the largest windmill solar farm in front of us here. And speaking of that, Hawaii has an ambitious goal. They want to become 100% green in 2045. Right now at about 32%. There's quite against the sun, but here on the right we have a town where the port is, and this is Kaneohe. That's a really nice little surfer town. A lot of little shops with local products. You can also go there and dive with sharks. Inside or outside the cage, that's up to you. So we are flying through the so-called central valley of Oahu. A lot of aquaculture here. At some point that was all sugar cane. But there is no sugar cane anymore on none of the islands. The last sugar mill closed on Maui in 2016. What we have here now coming up first, coffee fields. In the space song everybody knows it usually lies. It was recorded in 1986 in the middle of the night in one take. than 1.4 billion views on YouTube. So the symmetrical plantation in front of us and on the right, those are all pineapples, part of the Dole plantation. You see all those different colors, they represent a different stage. One pineapple needs 24 months to grow, and the harvest is here all year long. Ideal conditions for pineapples, not only the weather, also the soil. It contains a lot of iron oxide, and this is what it makes so red. Almost all the fresh pineapples produced are getting consumed right here in Hawaii, and they're absolutely fantastic. Not only in Mai Tai and pina coladas.
Where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere.
Down on the right where the red roofs are, we have the Dole Plantation Visitor Center. They have a maze there, which is the largest outdoor or garden maze in the world. You can also go on this little train ride. They call it Express, but it's super slow. They have fantastic pineapples. Supposedly the best ice cream on the island as well.
Wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow.
So soon here below us, that is the largest freshwater lake, Lake Wilson. You can go fishing there for non-native fish species, for example the peacock bass. But you need a freshwater license and it's only catch and release. Much more interesting is that we just entered the path that Japanese bombers took from the north on their way to Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. You might be able to see Pearl Harbor in the background. Before those bombers hit their primary target, they attacked the Wheeler Airfield. The air defense was located there wingtip to wingtip, but they never even had a chance to take off. Only 2 aircraft made it in the air. Yeah, the Wheeler Airfield is the one we are about to cross. The US Army is down there with their Chinook, Apache, and Black Hawk helicopters. You can still find a lot of bullet holes down there in those hangars, even craters. They never really professionally fixed those, they just filled them up. Historical weapons. Quite busy, but just like Kaneohe, nothing going on weekends and on holidays. Those helicopters, they have quite interesting call signs when they're flying around here. So our call sign from our company is blue and a number, and their call sign is shadow, dragon, blood, or chaos and a number. So we are leaving the path of the Japanese bombers for now. Here on the left you can see the 3 bodies of water, the west, the middle, and the east block. We're coming back to that after we went to the west side, and then we're going right through the middle lock because this is the most interesting one. Coming back to that. Here we have some plantation, different plantation. There are those darker green color bushes, those are banana plants. And those are not the normal bananas you find in every grocery store, those are apple bananas. Much smaller, a little sweeter, cost about 5 to 6 times as much as a normal banana, but if you ask me, they're quite delicious. So we're going to the west side through this gap here. This is the Maili Pass. The Maili Pass is part of the Waianae mountain ridge, and the Waianae mountain ridge is what's left of the first of the two volcanoes who created this island of Oahu. This volcano erupted 3.6 billion years ago. Nowadays, everything here on the right, the entire mountainous terrain, is military restricted or even prohibited area. And the second volcano we passed a little bit closer on the east side. Erupted 2.4 million years ago, the Ko'olau mountain ridge is what's left. And this volcano on the other side collapsed partially into the ocean and created the Kaneohe Bay. So we have military storage here on the right. We have two huge antennas, or large antennas in front of us. Those belong to the US Navy. They were built and are capable of communicating with submarines. There's this area where it might get a little bit bumpy. So in general, the water on the west side is a little bit warmer than on all the other shores, about 3 to 4 degrees. And that attracts even more fish, and turtles, and also dolphins. Today, the dolphins, they're hanging around in Waikiki all day, for some reason. But they're usually they're right here. One of Oahu's most popular hikes we have here on this hill closest to the shore in front of us, the Maili Pillbox hike. Yeah, whenever you hear pillbox, that's a former bunker. What's special on this one, the Maili Pillbox, is pink. They painted it pink for breast cancer awareness at some point. The 25-minute hike, and the elevation gain is almost 800 feet. So it's a little bit intense, but it's also a free hike, and the view from up there is quite interesting. You can also find art inside those bunkers. Some call it vandalism because it's spray paint, but I think it's kind of cool. And in the top two bunkers you can find the metal construction where at some point the air-defense machine guns were mounted. You can follow the road here along the coast all the way to the north, and then this road stops. There's no connection to the North Shore. Make a very tight left turn very soon, where we see here Waianae in the distance, the town of Waianae. Alright, turn here. A lot of tents here on the shore. People who struggle, they're working on that. They're building a little village a little bit further to the north. There's a lot of little houses, and the plan is in 5 years more tents at the shore. Especially here in front of Nanakuli, that is the town here. Officially, it's not allowed to camp overnight on any of the beaches here on Oahu. What is allowed is to fish overnight using a tent. So what those people are doing is having a fishing pole out there, most of the time not even a hook attached, and then nobody can say anything. Here we have this little beach, and beyond the little beach there, on this rocky area, there you can find the mermaid caves. They are quite tiny. I was a little bit disappointed when I went there the first time, but they are absolutely beautiful. The entire ground is covered by white broken coral, and that makes the sound and the light in there absolutely amazing. You can access them during low tide from the ocean side here, and there are 2 holes on top of them, where you can always climb down. This is what I mentioned earlier as well, electric beach. They're releasing warmer water there offshore, 100-150 feet, and that attracts even more fish and turtles. A lot of snorkel cruises are using this as their destination or close to it. Here on the right, we have the 4 man-made lagoons. They belong to those resorts there. We have the Four Seasons, the Aulani Disney Resort, the Marriott, and the Ko'olina Resort. There are no private beaches on Oahu, so you can enjoy those lagoons even if you're not a resident of one of those resorts. They even have free parking, but not very many spots. You can always park at the Ko'olina Marina you see here on the right. I think it's only $15 a day. We have another airport at the 1 o'clock position, the Kalaeloa Airport. This is where the US Coast Guard has its headquarters. There are also